brilliant speed with vibrant service, vibrant broadband internet.
Wow. It's snowing. It's cold. And here we are. The Vibrant people are here. And they're ready to tell you all about what it's like to be vibrant.
That's right, especially on a day like today.
Sure.
We need some vibrant with all this snow.
We do.
Well, thanks, Randy, and welcome to another Vibrant You Live. My name's Nathan.
I'm Jane.
And I'm Bo.
And we finally got all three of us here. I think it's been a few weeks maybe since all three of us were here. So we appreciate Shane mostly filling in here and there. But you guys don't have to put up with him today, so rest easy.
The infamous Shane.
Yes. So last week we talked about New Year's resolutions. Obviously, New Year's was last week, and a lot of people make resolutions. So we kind of focused on the two biggest types of resolutions people make, whether it's improving their health, losing weight, exercising, all this stuff, or maybe improving their finances in some way. So we highlighted some different technology that you can use to manage and kind of keep yourself up with those resolutions, applications you can download, stuff like that. So if you made a resolution like that, or if you're still interested in getting in better shape, health-wise or finance-wise, check out last week's radio show. We do put these on Facebook and on YouTube. So this week, we kind of want to talk about the latest in scams that we know about. So New Year, there's always new scams coming out, whether it's phone calls, text messages, emails. Unfortunately, it seems like it's more and more common all the time. So we kind of wanted to go over some of the most popular ones and how to stay safe or protect yourself.
Yeah, and after the holidays, these pop up more than ever. One of the main ones is fake charities. At the end of the year, at the start of the new year, resolutions are maybe give of your extra money that you have, and the last thing you want to do when you're going to give to a charity is give to like a cyber criminal. So when you're going to decide on your charities, just make sure you're looking at the organizations, you're looking at their website specifically. If you get soliciting emails or text messages, just be really careful before you give of that charity to someone that is going to use it in a bad way. It's the exact opposite of what the intention is. So a lot of times those can come through as a phishing email. Now what those are designed for is to get you to give your bank account information, your personal information, and they also send them out in what's called smishing, which is SMS or texting. So you can get those in email form, you can get those in text form, and really what they're looking to do is mask what organization you're actually giving to. So we always say just take a second to look at it, make sure it's going to the right place, and you can take steps, which we'll go into a little bit further, to make sure you're going to the right area.
Yeah, I got a call just last week, and it was a local number. I usually don't answer unknown numbers, but it was a local number, so I answered it, and it sounded legitimate. It was a nice lady. She said, hey, part of me thinks it's possible it was legitimate, but she just said, hey, we're looking for donations for kind of breast cancer awareness stuff, and she went into some of that history and just said, can we count on you to make kind of a monthly donation? I said, well, as the most common excuse, I need to check with my wife before I well, that's okay. We just get a small donation now. You don't have to, commit to anything large. And she's really just trying to get anything that she can from me. Usually it gets you on the phone, get you talking. Sounds like a great charity. Sounds legitimate. But as soon as I asked, and I kind of heard that this is a key, as soon as I said, hey, what's the official name? And I'd like to Google you. I'd like to go on your website, kind of learn more about it. The call kind of went silent. And then she didn't come back. And that was kind of like, oh, this was definitely a scam. So whether or not you get a call, an email, a text, if it sounds great, it sounds wonderful, you're interested in it, go to the internet if you want, do some research, look it up, make sure it's legitimate before you give any money to anybody.
You also had one with the charity, a fake charity.
Yeah, so then another thing is I saw a news article about, this was last year, one of the biggest scams in America is a charity looking for money for police officers and their families and stuff like that. And it's a quote unquote legitimate business. I think they're based in California, and the way they get away with it is they do make it's less than 5% of the money that they get, they actually do donate to these families. So they can say, no, we are giving money to these families, but over 90% of it is they're keeping it, and it's like a scam. It's a huge scam. I've actually gotten a call from them before, and it sounds great. It sounds awesome. But if you Google it, if you look it up, you'll see all kinds of stories and articles about it. So don't be, something that sounds legitimate, sounds great, something that tugs at your heartstrings, don't always believe what you hear.
Yeah, it all comes down to doing your research. Whether it's charities or another big one is gift cards. If you're getting an email saying, "Oh, like last minute deal on gift cards for maybe the person you forgot to get your Christmas present for," make sure you go on that specific company's website to get the gift cards. The last thing you want to do with a gift card is give it to somebody. They go there, there's nothing on it. It's hard enough using gift cards as it is. You really don't want to use one that has no money on it and then you've given to a scammer. So just make sure if you're going to be getting those gift cards, go to the proper location, whether it's the website or even in the store in person. That way you're making sure you're staying safe.
Right. Well, end of year also means tax season, right?
Yep.
So the IRS, there's actually a scam there as well. So just so you know, the IRS typically
Are you
will
calling
send
the IRS a scam?
No, but there's other people.
Because some people
don't
might
believe
be on that if you want.
No, don't get me. in
Randy's
trouble.
getting his mic fired up.
So a scam, not the IRS,
Yeah.
but an IRS scam is the IRS will send you a letter in the mail typically as opposed to an email. So pay attention to
Or a
that.
phone call, yeah.
Right. And then the other thing is be cautious with your tax information. Your tax forms have your social security number, your tax identification number for your employer, the amount of money that you make, and then make sure you use passwords. So I know like some people, our tax guy is in a different town, so we tend to go back and forth with different documents, and so make sure that when you do that, it's password protected, so that way people don't get a
Yep.
hold of them
Very
via
secure.
email. Yep.
Don't just send an email or a text with that kind of
Right.
information. Yep.
And then make sure you shred all information that has the social security numbers and important details like that too.
Yep.
So this one is interesting to me. It's reshipping scams. So basically, an individual gets recruited for a job that is from a fraudulent person, and it's a fake job opportunity. So it's involving receiving and reshipping packages, and they're often illegal activity or stolen goods. I haven't heard of that one.
And they're
but-
trying to take advantage of people that are looking to work from home or work remote or kind of an easy job. They can make money on the side. It sounds fine. I'll reship this, whatever. But you could be on the hook if something gets caught and you're in trouble for being involved.
Right. And then there's holiday sales and post-holiday sales scams. So pay attention to the website. Make sure that it's correct and not fraudulent. I was having coffee with my girlfriend in our neighborhood, and she was telling me about how she was so excited because her son was moving into his first official apartment and ended up she was going to get him a couch. And I had seen the same email or the same thing on social media, and I actually clicked on it, and I went to the website first and checked it out, and I didn't see that couch on the official website, so I'm like, something's up here. And so anyways, I didn't go any further with it, but she had ordered this couch, and so when we were talking about it, I just said, that's a scam and you might want to revisit, cancel that card and go from there. So pay attention. Those offers are too good to be true. I think this couch was $50. So again, but you never know, right? So the other thing is stealing payments. Pay attention to that because people can take care of that. The delivering to non-existent products. You're waiting on a product to come and it never does come.
Yep.
The other thing is billing scams. So this is really common, actually. So if you get an email or a text message
Or a phone call.
From your electric company or your internet company or
Cable provider,
Yeah.
any
Yeah,
of
if
the
it
stuff,
says
cell
take
phone
action
provider.
now, that's red flag.
and it's going to be shut off now and immediately. So they want to get your credit card and they want to take the payment right now. So that is a scam because, working for a utility company and, Vibrant and Meeker Cooperative, we talk to you, we talk to you multiple times before we actually cut your services
Yeah.
off. So
And if we call,
scam.
if a legitimate company calls, they're not going to badger you into making a payment like that call.
Right.
Like, hey, I called you, give me your payment now. It's always a good idea to hang up or leave that email and go to that company's website directly if you need to make a payment.
Yep.
So yeah, kind of how these scams work and why they're successful is a couple things. Usually, oftentimes there's an emotional appeal. We talked about charities and stuff. A lot of it is they're just trying to get, tug at your emotions, get you involved, on the hook that way. Hey, some of them it's like, hey, I'm a family member from and I'm out of state in jail. I need money for this or something odd like that. That's an emotional appeal. Or a charity. Something sounds great. I'd love to help police families, with all this different stuff. So that's one option. There are also big thing is the urgency. Almost all scammers are going to use some sort of urgent action. Like, hey, your stuff is compromised. Click here to become more safe. Hey, make a small payment to stay, keep your electricity turned on. Stuff like that. Stuff that's like they need it done immediately. Another thing is a lot of these are impersonating trusted brands. They may call from your legitimate bank or say that they're your legitimate bank.
Amazon's a big one.
Yep.
Everyone uses Amazon. They're trying to pick the most, generic popular companies so you won't think twice because you're like, oh, I shop there all the time.
Yeah. UPS is a big one. You'll get an email or a text that says, oh, your UPS shipment was delayed. Click here, to update your information. That's a really popular scam right now. So they'll use real brands. It'll sound so legitimate. And then also, like Jane mentioned, irresistible deals. If you get an email offering you some deal that sounds too good to be true, it probably is. There are great deals out there. So if you see something you're interested in, like Jane said, maybe go to that company's website separately and see if you can find that deal somewhere else. Because if you can't, chances are it's not real.
Yeah, and that's one way to avoid these type of scams is just verify, double check, think before you click, before you give any information out. Always be skeptical of emails that you're not expecting to come. So if you're, buying something, you get a confirmation email, that's something that you don't have to be wary about. But if you're getting confirmation emails for something you're like, oh, maybe I ordered this a week ago, 2 weeks ago, I don't remember, that's something where you want to stop, pause a little bit, figure out, is this legit? Can I go on their website, look at my order history, and see, hey, this is something I never ordered? So just being a little bit cautious is something we recommend. If you're going to buy things like gift cards, obviously do them securely through the website, through the store itself, and just really be safe about any personal information you're giving out online. If it's something that you need to through a bank account, make sure you're using their website, their app, and never give anyone the information over the phone. Like Nathan said, it could be legit, but on the off chance that it's not, make sure you're just being safe and double checking and covering your bases there.
So what do you do if you think you have been scanned? So the first thing is you contact your utility provider and just say, hey, I got this phone call. Is this legit? And then they'll look into it for you. And
Or your bank. Or
bank, phone, cable, whatever you have, definitely give them a call. That's the next one. Notify your bank. Make sure that the bank hasn't been compromised. And the other thing is, if it has been compromised, you really need to pay attention to update your security information. So change your passwords. You need to cancel credit cards or debit cards, anything like that. And then monitor your accounts. Go onto your online, look at your credit card spending. Is it actually you spending that money or your kid? Or the other thing is the bank, there's that two-step authentication. Yep. And so when you do that, don't dismiss it because it's there for a reason. It's for your protection and not. And I know it's a pain because I hate it too. But
my mom over the holidays, we were talking about something and she's like, oh, I got to check my bank. I'm so annoyed by this. I have to do a text message. I have to put in the code. And she said, I'd like to turn that off. Can you help me turn it off? And I said, that's there for a reason. I know it is annoying. It's an extra step you have to take. But would you rather be annoyed by that, or would you rather be annoyed because somebody got into your bank account and stole your money?
And you got to change all your cards or all your account information.
Yeah. So when you take a step back, you say, okay, this is there for a reason. Maybe it is a good idea.
The other thing is educate other people. So, just like I was having coffee with my girlfriend, we were chatting about that. And so if you have those situations, definitely share with them because there might be somebody else out there that is being compromised and they don't even know it.
Yeah, some people get embarrassed if they get either scammed or they got an email that seemed fishy. It happens to everybody. Unfortunately, some people, almost everybody falls for one of these one way or the other. Hopefully not a serious one, but don't be too embarrassed. Sharing information is always a way to help protect each other. So yeah, definitely spread the word if you see something suspicious. So we kind of want to highlight some of these topics because we're also going to be having a Vibrant U event here in February at the Meeker Co-op office in Litchfield here. We haven't settled for sure on a date, but it is going to be in February. We're going to call it our Hackers, Scammers, and AI. So if you're interested in learning more about staying safe online, how to protect yourself, how to keep an eye out for some of this stuff, you're interested in learning about some of the AI stuff that you may have heard about, come on out. We'll announce that date here on the radio show as soon as we finalize that. It's going to be a free class. And then speaking of Vibrant U free class, next Wednesday, a week from today, we have another one of our Dreaming of Streaming events. And these are awesome events. We usually get 10 to 20 people. If you're interested in learning about streaming, how to switch from cable or satellite, or maybe just, utilize some of the streaming services, you just have questions about it. You don't know what it's about. Come on out. It's a free event. You don't have to be a Vibrant customer. You don't have to have Meeker Co-op electric service. It's free and open to the public.
Yeah.
Free snacks.
Free snacks.
Yeah.
Yep.
People come for the snacks, stay for the information. It's a great time. Meet some new friends. And if you wanted to catch any of these episodes, that we've aired in the past, you can always go on our Facebook page or our YouTube channel. You just search Vibrant Broadband, and you can give us a call at the office. We're available all the time for questions, 320-693-3231, or visit the website at vibrantbroadband.com. And as always, listen live here on KLFD at Wednesdays at 10:30 a.m. And I just want to thank Randy for hosting us, for putting up with us. And thank you for listening. My name is Bo.
I'm Jane.
And I'm Nathan.
And who wouldn't want to be vibrant?
Brilliant speed with vibrant service. Vibrant broadband internet. Vibrant broadband internet.